Thank you, Mr. Ramos.
You can stand like 6 inches.
Can you? Okay. Our first speakers today are Sandy Durso and Miss Marc. Sandy has been a paraprofessional in the coach program for at least 12 years. Miss Marc has been a teacher in the coach program for the last 15 years. They're going to give us a brief overview of what autism is and what the coach program is all about.
Good morning. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Miss Sandy. I am a paraprofessional in the coach program. Our classrooms are located in the A wing across from Mr. Warren's office. As some of you may know, April is Autism Acceptance Month. I am here today to talk a little about autism. According to the CDC, autism is a developmental disability that affects persons' social, communication, and behavioral challenges. Autism affects a person throughout their whole life, from the time they're born. Autism is diagnosed on a spectrum, meaning that this covers different levels. It may affect a person in a way that may make it more difficult for a person to make friends, or can make it difficult to communicate and result in challenging behaviors. Currently, autism affects 1 in every 36 people. We also know that autism is more prevalent in boys than girls, and the reason for this is unknown. It is found in every culture, religion, and country in the world. There is currently no known cause for autism, but scientists are working to figure out what might be contributing to it. Over the past 3 decades, the rate of autism has gone up drastically. No one knows why the rates keep going up. However, some studies suggest that we have better diagnostic tools and screenings than we have had in the past, as well as many different sets of diagnostic criteria. It is very likely both of these had a big impact on the rate of the diagnosis. There are several different types of interventions that allow autistic individuals to learn a variety of skills that they will use in their various environments. Some of these include applied behavior analysis, speech therapy, occupational therapy, social skills training, and life skills training. These are all interventions that are provided to our students in the coach program. Many of us have known the symbol for autism to be a puzzle piece. However, in 2018, there was a movement within the autistic community that has now changed the puzzle piece to a rainbow infinity sign. Many in the autistic community felt that the puzzle piece made autistic people appear puzzling or have a missing piece. This is when the rainbow infinity sign came in, and it represented a spectrum, diversity, difference, and unity. Please make sure to check out our large infinity symbol in the main foyer that was created with your questions and comments and feelings from last Wednesday's advisory lesson on autism. Thank you.
Hi everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Miss Marc, and I am a teacher in the coach program here at Classical. The coach program focuses on teaching students the skills they need to be successful in their home, school, and community. Coach stands for creating opportunities for all children. There are coach classrooms from pre-K through 22 years old, located at Shoemaker, Hood, Marshall, Pickering, Lynn Tech, and of course Classical. In the coach program here at Classical, we currently have 2 classrooms that consist of a total of 16 students. We work on developing social, academic, leisure, daily living, and vocational skills in order to help our students become more independent young adults. Our classrooms focus on individualized learning, where we work one-to-one with students and in small groups. We utilize many different strategies such as data collection, repetition of information, routine, schedules, visuals or picture symbols, and behavior management. Unlike the rest of the school, our students stay in the same classroom for academics. And within our classrooms, we follow our own schedule that is consistent and routine. Our students utilize a mock kitchen area to practice a variety of functional life skills. Some functional life skills we practice include washing the dishes, using a microwave, putting away groceries, and setting and cleaning a table. In addition to these skills, we also practice job skills, such as rolling silverware, bagging groceries, stocking items on a shelf, and shredding paper. Our students also participate in music therapy class as well as general education classes such as gym, music, and math. They eat lunch in the cafeteria and like to hang out in the halls to see their friends. You might notice that sometimes the students in the coach program have a hard time talking or interacting with other kids. This is because some of our students have difficulty processing language and information that is presented to them. Oftentimes, when it seems like they are not listening or responding, it is because it may take a few extra seconds to process what you are saying. Other times, it can be that our students are hyper-focused on their own interests, such as their favorite TV shows, straws, sensory items, or telling Rob that he's bossy. Something else you might notice is that at times, our students have difficult moments that include loud vocalizations, yelling, running, laying on the floor, and even becoming aggressive. Our students use a variety of ways to communicate. Some are able to use their words, and some use a communication device, such as an iPad or pictures. For some of our students, it is hard to communicate how they are feeling or their wants and needs. For others, it is difficult to regulate their emotions and use appropriate coping skills. In the coach program, we use different techniques and strategies to help our students learn to manage and regulate their own emotions and behaviors. We are often asked by people how they can best support our students. The best way to do this is to make the effort to say hi. Come introduce yourself. Say hi or wave in the hallway. You can always come by and visit A109 or A107, or feel free to come sit with us at lunch. Our program strives to create an environment of acceptance and understanding of autistic individuals and other neurodiverse differences. Because of the tremendous support from classical staff and students, the coach program has always been a core part of our classical community. Before I end, I would like to quickly acknowledge all of the hard work from our amazing team of paraprofessionals, Melissa, Casey, Sandy, Adam, Tracy, and Joe. Our classrooms would not run the way they do without all of you. You're appreciated, and our students are lucky to have you. Thank you.
Our second speaker today is Kyle Sutherland, a classical alumni now working in Lynn Public Schools. He will be sharing his experience with autism.
Hey everyone, my name is Kyle, and most people at Lynn Public Schools know me as Mr. Kyle. I'm the traveling registered behavior therapist for Lynn Public Schools. I work with kids on the spectrum and other types of special needs to help them work with their behaviors to gain coping skills that are needed to have successful time in school and to be able to successfully function. Like the kids I work with, I also am on the autism spectrum. I'm higher on the functioning level. I got to this higher functioning level with the help and support of my family, teachers, and many other people in my life. To understand my story, I have to start from the beginning. When I was 5, I was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome, and now that's an outdated term. Back 25 years ago, there were 3 diagnostic criteria for autism, and now in 2023, there is a single diagnosis of ASD, which is autism spectrum disorder. And that's for all levels on the spectrum now. When I was 5, I had many challenging behaviors, and used to have many meltdowns that would include jumping off furniture and being unsafe and acting aggressive towards my parents and others because I couldn't communicate what I needed to communicate, whether a tag on my shirt was itchy or I felt upset or I didn't feel good, many different reasons. Autism to me is a disability that affects how the brain functions and how you would see and process the world. So my view of the world is a lot different than your view or how you may see or perceive the world. The lights, the sounds, the information that I take in may take longer to process or understand, or even I may understand what's being processed to me differently than what the actual situation might be. Social skills kind of are very intertwined with that. After the diagnosis, I got a lot of help from my brother, my dad, and my mom. And autism wasn't really accepted back when I was a kid, like it is now. My family had to do a lot of it on their own, and my dad would put me in every situation, and that made me uncomfortable and made me strive to work harder and be better. And he made me go to each classical football game, and I had to sit next to the loudest people, and I had to make a friend at the football game, or I had to walk home. And I can tell you, walking home from Gloucester is a lot farther than walking from Mannon Field. To many, these seem like extreme consequences, but when I was growing up, there wasn't many resources, so my family had to do what they had to do to make the best of it. My brother would give up his childhood in a pursuit to give me friends and give me a normal life. He brought me everywhere. He took me to every play date. He took me to every function, and he gave up a lot of his childhood just to make sure I was thriving and doing the best I can. My family took this little kid who, at the hospital back then, told my family that they should just leave me there. And it would have ended up in a group home, and I wouldn't have had as many opportunities as I do now. Everyone in my entire life doubted me and told me I couldn't be anything, but fast forward to today, I'm halfway through a master's program to be a board-certified behavior analyst. I have a bachelor's degree in early education, and I moved out of my parents' house, and I'm getting married in August. But best of all, becoming an RBT was a massive help. Becoming an RBT, which was the best move I could have made. Today, I struggle more with emotions and empathy rather than aggressive behaviors. Death is a pretty hard subject. My brain won't wrap around why someone would go to a cemetery and feel sad. But it's the socially acceptable thing to do. So I tend to voice things that are off topic or seem rude to other people. And as I wrap this up, I hope you take away 3 points from this speech. The first is that autism isn't always as it seems. It looks different for everybody, and I bet you didn't even realize I have it. You never know what others struggle with, and a little bit of humanity can go a long way. The second is that autistic people are some of the coolest people you can meet. They're very kind, and they're really good friends, because working on social skills really amplifies wanting to be a friend and just wanting to be accepted. The last point is that no matter the disability or the disadvantage you face, the right amount of grit and the right amount of determination and a little bit of luck, you can accomplish anything. Thank you for your time. I hope you like it.
Thank you, Kyle. Our next speaker is Clement, a 2020 alumni and a former Coach Program Student Aide. She'll be sharing what the Coach Student Aide program is.
Hi, my name is Clement, and I was a former student aide and coach. The Coach Student Aide program has been a part of Classical since 2013 as an opportunity to give coach students peer role models. Unfortunately, due to COVID, the program has been on hold and will be re-implemented in September for next school year. Students who have a study period can give up their study and be scheduled in the coach classroom for that period as volunteers and earn a volunteer credit on their transcript. Student aides become a part of the coach classroom and are there to assist and help teachers and students. As a student aide, you will learn how to run academic and vocational lessons and model social skills by playing games with the students, interacting with them using their modes of communication, and assist teachers and aides as needed. You are also in there to be their friend and get an opportunity to see what their day is like. You will get to learn the ways they communicate, learn, and interact, as well as their interests. You get to know them as more than just a coach student. It's not only rewarding for you as volunteers, but it's rewarding for the coach students as well. Seeing a familiar face in the cafeteria, the hallways, or walking back from the bus is something they look forward to. Making friends is not always easy, and this gives the coach students an opportunity to meet new people outside of their classroom. It also gives you the opportunity to form new friendships and create new experiences. In the past, there has been a high success rate with this program. The coach teachers are able to take one student aide per period and have always had numerous applications. In years past, student aides have formed friendships with their coach students and to this day still keep in touch. Applications to become a student aide will be available for all current juniors, sophomores, and freshmen by mid-May. Ms. Marc will have 2 days after school where you can pick an application and learn more. Please listen for an announcement with the exact date, and if you have any additional questions, feel free to stop by A107 and ask Ms. Marc. Thank you.
Thank you, Casey. Next, I would like to speak a little bit about my experience as a student aide in the coach program. Hello, my name is Thomas Mackin, and I am a building sub here at Lynn Classical, and I go to school at Salem State, and I'm trying to become a teacher. I graduated from Classical in 2016 and was a student aide for the coach program in my junior and senior year. The decision to become a student aide for my junior year was the best decision I made my whole high school career. This program is one of the huge reasons I want to be involved in education. As a student aide, you'll be able to impact these students' day-to-day lives in such a positive way. But as much as you're going to impact their lives, they're going to impact yours in such a beautiful, amazing way as well. The relationships I made in this program, I will always cherish. The coach kids were not the coach kids to us. They were and still are our friends. We all ate lunch together, talked about our favorite movies, and even danced it up at prom. My buddy Greg over here, and I will still FaceTime here and there. And these memories and impact of being a student aide will last a lifetime. At the end of the day, this is what life is about. Not how many likes you get on Instagram or what kind of fancy clothes you wear. It's about making a positive impact on someone else's life and also getting something positive back in return. That's the stuff that truly matters. And the coach program is the perfect place to do so. I advise you seek a little discomfort and try something new in becoming a student aide, because the program and all the people in it are truly amazing. Thank you. And our last speaker for today is Gregory Moise. Greg is a 2016 classical graduate and a former student in the coach program. He's going to share his experience with autism. You got this, okay?
You got it, bro.
Ready? You gotta stand right here.
Yeah.
All right? Just nice and slow.
Yeah. Here it goes. Hi, my name is Gregory Moise.
Just a little bit closer, okay?
Yeah. Hi, my name is Gregory Moise. I am 24 years old, and I have autism. I clearly entire Bridgewell Day program in Lynn and a community-based day supports program at Dearborn in Peabody. I was a student at Classical in 2013, and I graduated in June 2016. I was a student in the coach program. The coach program helped me learn new skills and become more independent. While in the coach program, I made a lot of friendships.
Good job.
Through the student Aide program and trauma club, the student grade program helped me learn how to build friendships with other students and learn social skills. Some of my friendships I made back then I still keep in connect with now. Two of my best friends are James and Thomas, who I still go out to lunch with my FaceTime. James is going to be a police officer, and Thomas is now a teacher at Classical. While at school, I went to Sandra prom, and I won prom king.
So, there you go. Good job. Keep going. Ready?
Yeah.
Yep. You got it. There we go. Ready? Gregory.
Okay.
Very good.
Once I left classical, I retired for Lynn Tech Life Skills Program until 2020. I started at Bridgewell in 2021. At Bridgewell, I retired for the day program 3 days a week and CBDS 2 days a week. While in the day program, I work on daily living skills. Entire groups go to the gym and go on walks. While at CBDS, which is community-based days of service, I go out in the community and work on job skills. I have autism. I am a good young adult. I like to play basketball with my friends. I like to run at the gym. And I love to ride my scooter down the Lynn Beach. I've been to Comic-Con in Boston. I've been to Terracon, Connecticut, and to St. Thomas. Since being out of school, I am able to be more independent by going places on my own, like the beach. And I have a cell phone. I have autism. Autism is a good thing. It means I have a different way of thinking. Thank you for having me here today to share my story.
Good job, Greg. Thank you, Gregory. Lastly, we have Mickey Cushing, a current senior here at Classical, who will be performing a song on his keyboard.
Okay. Hello. My name is Mickey Cushing. I'm a senior. Today I'm going to play If I Could Dream by Elvis Presley. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mickey. That was great. At this time, we would like to recognize a few classical alumni who during their time here were also coach program student aides. They have come today to show their support. Please stand when I say your name. Casey Clement. Sayla Brinkler. Katie Russell. Kyle Sutherland. Danny Rose. And Ethan Blah Thaw. I think I said that right. Is that right? Now Ms. Dunn will conclude our ceremony. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to start by saying thank you so much to our teachers, to our staff, to our students, and especially our alumni that came back to celebrate with us today. I'm so glad that this program has been able to come back. This is something that we did annually before the pandemic, and we're just getting back to the time where large assemblies are really a thing that we can do. So this is one of my favorite things about being a Ram. I walk in and I immediately feel so proud of you and so proud of our students. We have an amazing culture here where there's a lot of respect and a lot of support for everyone. It doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter if you're different, it doesn't matter how special you are. Everyone gets treated wonderfully here, and I'm very proud of that. And it's all due to the way you think and who you are as people. And I want to continue that, and I'm so glad that we were able to do this today. So thank you so much, and thank you all for joining us for today. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon. At this time, I'm going to have the seniors. You can move on, and you're all set for the day. Thank you so much.
Since 1986, Lynn Educational Television has enabled students to work in the television industry and learn how to produce media. LETV creates working opportunities for Lynn students, giving them the benefit of gaining real-life work experience in production. Lynn Educational Television brings value to Lynn students, delivering standards-based curriculum in the classroom from middle school to high school. LETV creates future generations of media professionals.